A lot of pressure on a lot of people this weekend, but Joy, is all the pressure on the Chiefs?
No, there's no pressure on the Chiefs at all. Also, God bless all the fans going out there. I can't.
I done played in some of them games.
Yeah, if there ain't blood on that field, I'm gonna be inside. That's crazy. I've sat through some games in Akron, Ohio, like that. No more. Cool. Yeah, that's got to be family on the field for that. That's commendable. No, the pressure's on the Dolphins. The Chiefs have won the division for the 8th straight year. Their playoff streak goes back even longer, 9 seasons. Since Mahomes has become the starter, he's 9 games better than any other NFL team. The Chiefs are 75-24. We know what they've done in the postseason. We know they've won Super Bowls. We know Patrick Mahomes has won MVPs. We know that we hold Andy Reid in a completely different category than any other coach right now. Age ain't nothing but a number for Andy Reid. So, no, all the pressure's on the Dolphins. The Dolphins haven't won the division since 2008? They haven't won a playoff game since 2000? Yuck. No. Pressure's on the Dolphins. We don't even know if Tua's going to get paid. We're having conversations about if you pay Tua, is he a franchise quarterback? Mike McDaniel, hello. He's a young offensive coach. We just talked about this. Young offensive coach. You had a 3-game lead in the division. You didn't win it. Now you have to go to Kansas City, and you lost it to the Bills. An old coach, a defensive coach, and now you got to go to Kansas City and play. And what did you say? -9?
Ooh. Yeah, it's not good.
That's 9 degrees less than no temperature. Okay?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Thank you. Okay? That's indescribably cold. Okay, but that's how I'm going to say it, because I need it to be effective.
Hey, that's how you break it down to the world, though. That's how you break it down to the world.
You know, when it's at 0, it's less than that. So, no, if the Chiefs lose this, yes, we're going to have some questions. We're going to talk about what they need to do in the offseason. We're not going to question whether Patrick Mahomes is the future. We're not going to question if they made a mistake paying him. We're not going to question Andy Reid. We're not going to question the front office. We're going to have full faith that they're able to turn it around next year, and I bet they're at the top of the odds to win the Super Bowl at the start of next season. That will not be the case if the Miami Dolphins do not win this game. There is no pressure. Pressure? No. It'll be disappointing. But pressure is on the Miami Dolphins.
I love that take. I love it because it was very well said, and I don't agree with any of it. I don't agree with any of it.
You agree with the 0 temperature part?
I agree with the I think all of the pressure is on the Chiefs, all of it, because it is harder in my mind to get on top, or to stay on top, rather, than to get on top, as you pertains to being excellent. And if the Chiefs lose, we leading the show talking about that. The Dolphins lose, good run. But Tua's not supposed to be able to beat Mahomes. Shady, you played in Arrowhead before. Not to mention, when you think about the health of these rosters, Miami Dolphins just signed 2 people my age. They signed Bruce Irvins and they signed Justin Houston because they're out of pass rushers. Phillips, hurt. Chubb, hurt. Everybody hurt. The Dolphins aren't even supposed to win this game just off the nature of their whole roster is hurt. But if Patrick Mahomes loses to Tua? If Andy Reid loses to McDaniel at home, LeSean McCoy, nah, I can't get with it. I think all the pressure's on the Chiefs. Do you?
Yeah, I think all the pressure's on the Chiefs. I mean, just think about this for a second. I think the Chiefs have the better coach, better quarterback, right? And they have more of a healthier team. You just talked about the injuries for the Dolphins. They got a lot of injuries, right? And then from playing with the Bills and playing the Dolphins around this time, right? Well, maybe not around this time, but in December, right? The Dolphins players will be so cold, you can see it. Everybody got hoodies on, everybody. They're not ready to play. They cold. They can't wait to get this game over with. So now you look at Arrowhead, right? First of all, Patrick Mahomes is with 9-2 in Arrowhead in playoffs. Like, he's a winner. And then you had Andy Reid. They used to this weather, right? It get cold in Kansas City. I don't know if you ever been there and all that. It gets cold. So knowing that, like, you have the advantage for that. Home field advantage because you're at home, right? The playoffs, I mean, crazy fans drinking from, I don't know, in the morning time to the game time, right? And then you talk about the weather. It's going to be cold out there. Yeah. And I don't care what no people say out there. When you on that field and you cold, you think about it.
What?
You think about it. So in that regard, I feel like they have their advantage. And then the last part is, it's the Chiefs. Yeah. Think about if the Chiefs went out the first playoff game.
I know.
One and done. Do you know how we going to talk about that? So I hear what you're saying, Joy, and I respect a lot that you say. But when you talk about one and done, the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, the throne, the king of it. Like, it was Game of Thrones, Patrick Mahomes' throne, right? Andy Reid, like, the first game? Now, they had a lot of struggles this year. I've seen it, but still, I got them guys going out there and winning. And if they don't That's a lot of pressure. I'm gonna let them hear it.
Yeah, this is tough because, I mean, number one, I done played in some brutal games. -20s, negatives. Yeah, negative.
You love football. You love football.
The 17 toes frozen, fingers frozen, snot froze on your face. You ain't pulling your hands out your thing to wipe it. You don't even care. It is what it is.
True.
But this is split down the middle for me, 50-50. Right? You got a young coach. Y'all talk about young coaches. He's never won a playoff game.
True.
Right? You just had a 3-game lead up in the playoffs. I mean, up in your division. Right? And you lose the division. Now you have to go to the coach you could have been in Miami if you just handled business. And you didn't handle business. So we're talking about money for Tua. We're talking about a young coach trying to get a win on the road, get his first playoff win after just giving up the lead he gave up in the division. That is pressure. Tua has to go out here and deliver. I don't care who's hurt. I don't care what it is. If we really look at both these football teams, they really the same. They really the same. Dolphins lost 3 out of their last 5. Chiefs lost 3 out of their last 6. They really the same. They not playing good football. It's really about the team that's going to play the best. Tua has to respond. And as for the Chiefs, Shady said it best. One and done. And you two-time MVP, 2-time Super Bowl champion, never had a road playoff game yet. Right? This one is at the crib. Joy said it's 0 and 9, whatever, 0, whatever that is. Right? That's your guys' type weather. They have to go out here and win a football game. They have not played good football all season long. The pressure is on them to not go one and done. Because if he does, it's going to be some different conversations on TV shows.
Well, what will the conversations be? It'll just be that how disappointed we are and what do the Chiefs need to do. Okay, well, I mean, I don't think so. This is what I always get to for me. Does your resume matter at all?
Yes, it does.
Like, does the equity that you have in the game matter at all? Does what you've accomplished year after year after year, not one road playoff game yet?
Yeah. But
all the division that you won, all the times you won the division, you're not allowed to have a down year?
You are, but you know the world forgets quick.
You know what? Shame on them then, because you should be able to have a down year when you have that much success. You have a stranglehold on the NFL. If you said the Chiefs or the field at the beginning of the season, almost everyone would take the Chiefs. You believe that because they do it every single year.
But you could lose to the Ravens. Cool. Even lose to the Bills. Cool. But I don't know if at this junction in time it's okay to lose to Tua and the maligned Miami Dolphins.
Okay, but I hear you on the injuries. I hear you on the injuries. And, like, believe me, it sucks that we're not getting a fully staffed Miami Dolphins team because that team looks really good on paper and they play even better when they're on the field, particularly the defense. But being healthy is part of the game. And every single year, we have a team that enters in the playoffs who's not particularly healthy. We still expect them to go out there and play their best ball. The Dolphins don't have a resume to speak of. They don't have anything to put on the table. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes dropping rings and MVPs and divisional titles and blah, blah, blah. What y'all got?
That's why it's pressure, though.
I understand, but why doesn't any of that matter? Like, you can't have a down year?
Well, what I'm saying is you're supposed to win. Right? You just name all that stuff, all them accolades, rings and things, and you dropping all this and that, MVPs. You're supposed to beat the Dolphins. First of all, y'all better than them. You already beat them. And the number thing is, like, they got a lot of injuries. So my thing is, if I'm a team that has all this big resume, I'm a player, all this resume, and I'm playing against a guy that don't have it, and you tell me ain't no pressure, the Dolphins in that locker room, you know what they're going to say, the coach? Go out here, guys. Give it all you got. Hey, listen. Hey, look. We got nothing to lose. That's when you're the underdog. You know that. That's the saying they give you. We got nothing to lose.
True. Let it all out.
You're gonna see fake field. I mean, you're gonna see fake punts. You'll see everything because they have nothing to lose. When the other team is real pressure, we can't lose to the Dolphins. We have a better team than them. We got Patrick.
You're at home, bro.
We got Andy Reid. There's no way we can lose this team.
Not the resume attached to it.
And we
sitting up here having conversations about how this is the easiest run the Bills are ever going to have. This is the easiest run the Ravens are ever going to have. Patrick Mahomes is healthy. Travis Kelce is healthy. Andy Reid's available. The defense is still there. So are they? Okay, well then if that's the case, then why are we talking about like they're supposed to win?
Because the Dolphins have been playing worse. Like, if it was the Ravens, again, it's because it's the Dolphins, and it's because of how injured the Dolphins are, and it's the Dolphins. You can't lose to Miami, and I love Miami. At least I would love it.
I hear you. I'm not saying that it's not.
But you can't.
I hear you, but what's it mean if they do?
To them. I think this was a fascinating conversation.
What you say it again?
Like, what does it mean if they lose to the Dolphins?
There's going to be so many questions.
Yeah.
Think about it, though. Man, there'd be so many crazy topics. You think there's going to be no wild topics?
I'm sure there will.
Is Patrick Mahomes still on top? Is it still his league?
Yeah. Is he the best? Is Lamar Jackson take over the best quarterback in football?
How come Patrick Mahomes couldn't carry his team to this win? But is Andy Reid, is he too old?
I guess.
Up to Henry
Is it?
Reid?
I hate them, but it's real. That's what they do.
I'm not that emotional and hysterical, I guess, because I don't see it that way. I see it as your resume and what you've accomplished should matter. You should be able to slip a little bit. You should be able to have a down year. You're not going to win every single year. You're not going to dominate every single year. And if those are the conversations that people want to have, I mean, more power to you. I would like to see what the Chiefs look like next year. I bet they don't come back looking like this next year.
It just sucks because we all know that this is a what have you done for me lately league. And it sucks that, yes, people soon to forget very, very quickly all the things you accomplished. You talk about any of the greats, right? They're going to come with something that they did not do well or a season that they may have lost. Any of the greats, right? You talk Aaron Rodgers, got to win in the playoffs. You talk Tom Brady, had Bill Belichick. Whatever it is, but it's always something that Patty go out here and lose round one at home, it's going to be a lot of questions.
In 2019, or was it 18? I forget which one it was. No, 2019. With Tom Brady, he was the Patriots, and they lost in playoffs, right? Mm-hmm. And they were killing Tom. Yeah, right now, Tom's team, or not team, but his weapons was
way.
I ain't gonna call them. They just wasn't that good like that. And they killed Tom Brady.
Yeah, they did.
The GOAT. All the resumes you talk about, you got all of them. Everything you want to talk about. He leaves. He's done. He's this, that, and the third. We don't want him. Some teams that he wanted to go to, they didn't want him.
They didn't want him.
Tom talks about that. He spoke about that. Mm-hmm. So then he goes to the Buccaneers and was a championship. And you know what happens? Everybody jumps back on his bandwagon. But what I'm saying, you talk about the resume part, they didn't care about that.
They don't care.
They try to write my dog off. He was this, he was that. Now he's 7-time champion.
Yeah, but Tom did something we'd never seen before.
What's that?
We talk about age a lot today. Maybe it's because my birthday's coming up. Patrick Mahomes is a young quarterback.
But what I'm saying, you talked about resume. You talked about things he's accomplished, right?
No, I hear you, but like part of that was because, is Tom Brady declining? Is his career over? Is he going to retire?
We would ask
if Patrick Mahomes is declining.
But think about it like this. If Lamar Jackson goes out and wins the Super Bowl this year.
Or Josh, but really Lamar. Because
Lamar then would have 2 MVPs and a Super Bowl. And potentially a Super Bowl MVP. Yeah. Or at least 2 MVPs and a Super Bowl. All of a sudden, we're gonna start to say,
no.
That's what people are going to say. You just said it. People don't talk crazy. Yeah. People are going to start to say, Pat got 2 MVPs, Lamar got 2 MVPs, and a unanimous one. Pat got 2 Super Bowls, Lamar. People will do it. That's why I think Pat's.
And you know what?
You got to be.
Let's just let you know. If you want to go out there and do that, you're going to get cooked, and you deserve it. You will deserve every bit of roast that you get.
I'm just speaking off. I'm not even going to that. That's real deep into it. If they will do that, that sounds wild, but they will do that. I'm talking more of just the whole dynasty of DNA of the Chiefs. Now, if they go out and they should win this game, right? I'm betting them to win this game. Let's say they lose to Lamar and lose to Josh. I can respect that.
Oh, of course.
On a down year, you lose to Josh Allen or you lose to the best team in football.
They're going to go on to win.
I'm cool with that. Yeah. You lose to the Dolphins, I can't be cool with that because, forget Patrick Mahomes. Let's talk about the franchise with Andy Reid. Andy Reid has brought there. He changed that whole thing. When you talk about football today, it's the Chiefs. Ain't nothing we talk, it's the Chiefs. So my thing is, if you have the Chiefs, that everything they built from the chemistry to the culture, lose to the Dolphins. The Dolphins that's a team that don't really have an identity though. They just have talent and a really, really smart coach. Think about it.
Tom Brady didn't win a Super Bowl for a 10-year span.
Okay, what about it? What's that? Why are you bringing that up?
Okay, right? Is that correct? I'm tripping?
Yeah, 04 to 14.
Go ahead. Where are you going with this?
Dynasty wasn't over.
Yeah, but people said at the time.
People say a lot of stuff that don't make no damn sense all the time. I'm saying, look, if everyone wants to lose their minds, listen, it's 2024. We done already lost our minds 6 days in.
But I think what you're saying, though, is the issue at hand. Because if this would be the end, because Tom Brady didn't win one for 10 years, from 04 to 14. If Pat loses this year, then it's a fair conversation to say, is this the end of that run? Tom Brady had 2 dynasties. He didn't have one. He had his first one. He had a second one. If the Chiefs lose, all of a sudden there will be questions. Chris Jones, is he going back again? Mm-hmm. Travis Kelce, has he fully declined? Yeah. They don't have any wide receivers that they truly believe in going forward. The running back room, what they going like? People will start to wonder. And I do think it's fair if the Chiefs fall off this year.
Okay. Well, they won the Super Bowl last year. So I'm just going to go on the record now that if the Dolphins, who we think has a franchise quarterback, or like sort of a franchise quarterback, and a brilliant young offensive mind, which is what everyone in the league wants, and had an opportunity to win the division and fell off, like if they win in a maligned year, I am not going to write the Chiefs off. I'm gonna say that Patrick Mahomes is still really good. They're still gonna have a potential to win the Super Bowl. Andy Reid is still, at the top of the game. But everybody else can, be hysterical.
I don't think people write them off, but there'll definitely be some conversations around the team, and we all know.
We've had conversations about the team all year, though.
More expectations, more pressure. That's their fault. That's Patty's fault.
You know what? I'm glad that my Dolphins are in this game, because I'd be rooting hard for the Chiefs if they were. Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.